past us is doing maybe two something. Is another one coming? Hello, all. I just wanted to talk about my absolutely wonderful trip to Germany. Um, we left on Tuesday, the 16th, to September 16, 2014, to make our trip to Germany. It was about a 8.5, 9 hour flight. Um, and it was an experience to be on a plane for that long with some people that were rude in front of you, but putting their seats back or whatever. But I haven't experienced it, so that's just my take on it. But anyway, we got here safely. We rented our car and we visited Jermaine and Stephanie in Morning, Germany. We got there and it was nice to see them. They gave us their bed and they had lunch, a traditional, they called it a traditional German lunch, ready for us. We had blood sausage, liverwurst. They make meat that's ground meat that's raw. They mix it with onions and garlic and other spices, and they use it as a spread on bread. And the bread was absolutely delicious. Never had it before. German bread, very very good. So I tasted it because I was like, it looks like raw ground beef. It really was, but they like to eat it that way. Um, uh, Later, I had a Beck's beer, a German Beck's beer. Let me tell you, the alcohol content is nothing in America compared to the content of alcohol that's in one beer in Germany. It's like 5.5 or whatever the one beer. Woo! It's like equivalent to three. That put me out. I was already tired, or what do you call it, jet lag. I was jet lagged, so I had to take a nap. And they had told us that they had their family was coming over because they were leaving to go to Greece that night, and they were hoping to prepare a special German dinner for us. Um, uh, the meal was absolutely wonderful. We had something called a wedding soup, which had cooked beef and I don't know, it was just a bunch of stuff in there that was just delicious. That was the first course. The second course was some some sort of steak in a roll and a wrap with some purple cabbage. I think you call that red cabbage with some noodles and some I don't know what it is, a potato ball, some kind of potato ball. And for dessert, the Stephanie's uncle made us something like flan, but it was in the shape of a pound cake, a long pound cake, and he sliced it for us with homemade sauce that he made. It put you in the mind of some egg custard pie, but it was more like a cake. Or I don't know. It was delicious, and we really, really, really appreciate them going all out. The Stephanie's mom and dad bought us some wurst, different types of wurst to take home with us, which I thought was sweet. And Stephanie and Jermaine had gone to the store and bought us lots of German treats to take back. I know the bag weighs probably 50 pounds alone. I mean, that was just absolutely wonderful. It was unexpected, and it was really, really nice that they went out for us to make us feel welcome. And on the morning that we got ready to leave, which was the next day, they made us breakfast, which was really, really delicious. It was simple yet delicious. And we really, really appreciate Stephanie and Jermaine for going out and treating us with great hospitality. Um, we we left there and we went to Stuttgart and we went to Panzer Army base, and my husband said that it was totally different from when he was there 20 years ago. The things that were there were not the same anymore, which of course, everybody changes. And we found a great hotel that next time we come to Germany, we'll be staying on that base at Panzer to um, just really get to see what's out there that the base has to offer, and just explore that and go out and see the city. We'll definitely travel by train for most of our trips next time because I feel guilty because my husband knows the street signs and I don't. I cannot drive, and honey, I'm not trying to get on the Autobahn because it was some cars that passed us. We were doing 140 kilometers, 140 kilometers. I don't know whatever you call it, but there were cars that passed by us that was going so fast that we didn't see them anymore after about 3 seconds. How do you not see a car in 3 seconds after it's passed you? That's just crazy. But on the Autobahn, as fast as you could go, as your car can go, you could do that. That's up to you. And I'm like, wow, that was just crazy. The husband said that he may, before we leave, push the car because we have a Mercedes A-Class Sports. He said that he may push the car that fast, and I was like, baby, please don't do that. No, sir, don't want that. So, anyway, we stayed one night in Stuttgart, and then we came to France, and they're doing a lot of construction here on the roads. So it took a little bit to a 2-hour trip took about 5 hours to get to France, and we were a little bit tired that night, so we really didn't see anything. But on Saturday, we got up and we went to City Center or Center City. It was absolutely beautiful. The 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 word is picturesque. The cafes are outdoors, inside, but mostly outdoors. At the streets, around the corner, they have just any and everything that you could possibly want or think of. From beautiful flavored wines to fresh made breads to restaurants that are making different kinds of foods for you to try. We saw, we tasted, we enjoyed ourselves immensely on that Saturday. And the final thing that we wanted to do, we couldn't, which was to tour the city by boat because they were so crowded on Saturday. So we actually, which is Sunday, what's today's date? The 21st. We went back today and we did the boat tour. We took pictures of that, and that was a really nice experience to see some history in France and look at the beautiful architecture of the buildings and things like that. And we had authentic Italian pizza, and I don't know if it was just that good because we were in France, or I don't know, but it was absolutely delicious. We tasted a lot of things, we experienced a lot of things, and although it's not new for my husband, it's new for me because I've never left the country before. And I can say to my husband that I really, really appreciate him from showing me things. He said that once you moved or lived, visited another country, you will appreciate the place where you are. We complain about how our life is in the States, but once you go to another country, you'll see that although there is beauty in every place that you see, there's a world of difference. Like the elevators in most of the hotels are very small. It's like if me and my husband stood shoulder to shoulder, we'd have a problem, Or the fact that most hotels don't offer you face towels, cloth face towels. They offer you disposable face towels, or you have to pay to use the bathrooms at rest stops. You could get food there, drinks, and they don't use ice. They have it, but most of the things that they serve, it'll be cold with no ice or just at room temperature. I had my first German beer when we first got here, and woo, the alcohol content in that beer is, whoa, it's amazing. But I like the fact that even though we say we don't want our room clean, they come in and clean our room because that's what they do, and I get that. I had a great time in this visit, and tomorrow we'll be leaving to go back to Germany. We spent about 3 days in France, so we're at Strasbourg, France. Tomorrow we'll go back to Germany, to Frankfurt, Germany. So we'll be there near where the hotel is, airport is, I'm sorry, so that we can get back on the flight and make it home to the States safely. But I want to say to my husband, boo, thank you for showing me things I have never seen before, or things I thought I would never see, not in this lifetime. But I love you and I appreciate you for showing me a really, really good time in another country. I love you. Say hi. Look, we are on Lufthansa flight 444, getting ready to come from Germany. And we have a whole world to